This is Sunkern.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
It is the weakest Pokemon by far. But can Sunkern do the unthinkable? Can Sunkern beat all of Pokemon Platinum alone? No. Sunkern cannot learn any HM except for Cut. So instead, we're asking if Sunkern can beat all of Platinum without the need for HMs. I was watching my favorite TV show, and my neighbor burst into my room, screaming that their show was so much better because it's real. Alright, Nolan, how about you gum these nuts, dude? So he dragged me outside to see if we could catch a red Gyarados, but then we were stopped by some old man who cares about our health and safety or something. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. What I was paying attention to was the briefcase that he slammed in front of us, and he told us to take a Pokemon. So naturally, I'm drawn to the best Pokemon out of all three options, Sunkern. Nolan takes Chimchar like a little and the old man allows us to journey out to an incredibly dangerous world filled with horrifying creatures who are ready to eat us alive at any moment. Not that it matters to Nolan, since he decided to beat my Sunkern within an inch of its life the moment the old man was out of earshot. You know what, Nolan? That dumbass needed Chimchar, since it was obvious that we'd beat him otherwise. Yeah, since winning that battle doesn't actually matter, we go home, tell my mom that we're 10 years old and we don't need adult supervision, and we start our Pokemon journey. With a little help from grinding and taking the lunch money from literal children, we make it to Jubilife City, where we meet an unimportant plotline, some terrifying clowns, and f***ing Nolan, who challenges me to a rematch. He must think so highly of himself, just because he got lucky once, and to rub salt in the wound, he added a flying type to his team. Looks like it's time to implement some strategy. I start the battle by setting up some growths, and then I spam Mega Drain. GG easy, fuck you, Nolan. Now that we have thoroughly reinstated the pecking order, it's time for our first gym challenge. And by challenge, I mean I have a grass type, and I'm fighting a gauntlet of rock types. So we are gifted with a useless TM, the ability to crush rocks with our bare hands, and the first of the 8 badges. As we're having a delightful little stroll through a flowery field, some bowl cut freaks decided to kidnap some dude, and his child asks us to help rescue him. I, having the strongest Sunkern known to man, obviously help, but I proceed to underestimate just how many poison types these people have. Fortunately, I managed to beat the bowl cuts, but unfortunately, the bowl cuts have a boss, Commander Mars. This chick is infamous in the Pokemon community for ending Nuzlocke challenges with her purr ugly. It has high stats for this early in the game, meaning that she could take hits like a beast and dish them back out too. But I'm not gonna let that stop me, for I am dead. I am dead. That's no biggie. We could just go at it again. Second try's the... Okay, maybe her reputation is deserved. I grind Sunkern up to level 21 and we're able to beat Mars with ease. First try, no questions asked. After escorting a very nice lady through Eterna Forest and saying hello to a beautiful blonde woman, we run straight into the gym to challenge a fellow grass type specialist to a We lost to a gym trainer. We're just gonna... I destroy the gym trainers and come face to face with Gardenia. This is gonna be a tough challenge since I only have normal and grass type moves to attack her with, and she has a Turtwig that sets up Reflect, doubling her defenses, and her ace is part poison type. We've got to give it our best, and by best, I mean spamming super potions until we could take out the Roserade. Then we could take out Turtwig and Cherubi with a couple of growth boosted Mega Drains. And with that, we get the second gym badge, the ability to rip trees out of the ground, and the TM for Grass Knot, a grass type move that gets stronger depending on how heavy the opposing Pokemon is. The struggle isn't over. The next point of order is to scale the bowl cut building in Eterna City to rescue the bike shop owner for whatever reason. As we reach the top, we challenge Commander Jupiter to a battle. Winning decides the fate of the bike shop owner. Okay, that one didn't count. I wasn't prepared. Best of 5, lady! Welp, having lost to Jupiter so many times, the bike shop owner's fate is thoroughly cemented. But I need to win. My pride is at stake here. So once again, I beat up some wild animals until Sunkern is ready to take revenge. For my fallen pride, With the power of Leech Seed, Return, and a bunch of super potions, we power through Commander Jupiter and take a bike from the bike shop as a victory prize. We make our way down Cycling Road and through Mount Coronet until we get to Hearthome City. And like the fool that I am, I headed straight into the gym. And this place was brutal. If you don't know, Ghost-type Pokemon tend to be a little bit more tricky with their movesets. A lot of them like to confuse your Pokemon, risking you hitting yourself, burn your Pokemon, having your attack stat, and making you take damage each turn, putting your Pokemon to sleep, making you a sitting fucking duck, and just evading everything you throw at them. Screw Fantina. I couldn't even make it past some of the trainers in the gym. I had to go back and grind so many times just to have enough HP to survive the onslaught of annoyance. But even then, it wasn't enough. So it was then that I decided to employ a different strategy. Battle items. By spamming Sunkern with X defense, X speeds, and growth, I was able to survive all the attacks they sent my way, while healing off any burn damage with Leech Seed, and then going in for the kill with Mega Drain, winning us the Relic Badge and letting us move on to forget that this ever happened. Not that our relaxation lasts long, since fucking Nolan comes running straight at us demanding a battle. He must have taken the last beating a little too hard, since now he has a poison type to go along with those flying and fire types. I thought I was out of the woods from the annoying strategies, but his Staravia does nothing but double team until I can't do anything. Then it just whittles my health down until I'm forced to grind again. But this time, I hit level 50, and I run at Nolan with a brand new move, Seed Bomb. Being twice his level and hitting with an 80 base power move, I make quick work of his team and remind him that my willpower will not be beaten. Fuck you, Nolan. I make my way through the following routes with nothing interesting about them and arrive at Veilstone City. After a light shopping session, I head towards the gym and just power through with the power of Leech Seed, X items, and Seed Bomb. With my efforts, I am rewarded with the 4th gym badge, and I move on to Pastoria City. I forgot to mention earlier that in Eterna City you are given the mining gear, meaning that at any point you could spend hours underground collecting gems, evolutionary stones, and most importantly, heart scales. This is huge because in Pastoria City we could trade heart scales for the chance to learn any move in Sunkern's level up learn set. With this, I teach Sunkern Sunny Day since I eventually want to get Solar Beam on this thing. It doesn't matter much since fucking Nolan keeps showing up when he's not wanted, and right as I'm heading into the gym too. You may have thought that the previous rival battle was a lot, but he also knows the power of grinding, and nothing stops him from spamming double team on his Staravia over and over and over again until I finally power through with the help of X Defense, X Specials, and Leech Seed. Fuck you, Nolan. Onwards and upwards, as they say. Now we could finally enter a relaxing period after all of that heartache. Since the water type gym is up, and we could simply set up Sunny Days to reduce any incoming water type attacks and spam Giga Drains and Seed Bomb to our heart's content. It's like a spa day. We collect the Fen badge, and some bull-cutting asshole set off an explosion in the local wildlife preserve. What a dick! We chase him and give him a good ass whooping. The blonde woman from before sees us serve justice and says, "That's fucking hot. Come meet my grandma." And we follow her up to pass some Psyducks and go into this thick-ass fog and then get slapped by some trainer Scyther and make my way to Celestic Town where I meet the one, the only, Grandma. Oh, and also Cyrus. The pair of them tell me something about space, the universe, and myths, but I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy being absolutely wombo-comboed by Cyrus and his big-ass team of lawnmowers. Cyrus, the boss of Team Bullcut, has a Sneasel, Golbat, and Murkrow. Each one of these has at least one move that can one-hit KO Sunkern. Even at level 70, I can't get through this battle with Sunkern as it is. Even if we went back to the Berry Master in Pastoria City and got 1,000,000 Yachi Berries, that doesn't do enough. I still get 2-shot. Even if we grind in the underground for things to sell and buy a ton of healing items and battle items, I eventually still go down. So what do? Have we hit a roadblock? Is this the end? No. there's a legend amongst those who have trained in the ways of the Sunkern, one that has a rich scent. We head back to Orberg City and go north. We're not going cycling today. Instead, we are going underneath the bridge to the Wayward Cave, where deep in the crevices, we could find a technique lost to the ages. We return to Cyrus and challenge him to the battle of the century. As soon as we put the ice rat to sleep with Grass Whistle, we start stacking up the double teams. Once we're untouchable, we make sure to boost our stats with X items, and once we are ready... Oh, we got past the most impossible fight out there, dude. Now that we have that mess dealt with, we can finally move on to the next gym check. Oh my god! Goddamn Nolan keeps ramming himself into me with this stupid fire monkey. And if that wasn't bad enough, he has added a Heracross to his team. So we have to deal with a flying, bug, poison, and fire type Pokemon. All he needs now is an ice type, and we'll have a cavalcade of f*** you to my grass type Pokemon. To top this all off, Staraptor, Heracross, and Infernape all have Aerial Ace, so we can't even evasive spam our way to victory. Looks like we're going to be singing lullabies today. We spam Grass Whistle and boost our defenses until Staraptor cannot one-shot us, all the while gaining minor health back with Leech Seed. When we finally have maxed out stats, we roll through the rest of his team with Seed Bomb, and a little bit of luck thanks to no critical hits landing on us. Fuck you, Nolan. Fortunately now, we get to tackle the Steel-type gym. While Steel may resist Grass-type attacks, it also isn't super effective to us. So it's a nice change of pace from all the hard-hitting attacks that we've been running from. Especially since the gym leader has two Pokemon that are Rock and Ground types, meaning that the damage they take from Seed Bomb is neutral instead of resisted. We snatch the 6th gym badge from Byron and have a nice calming cup of tea with the old man from the beginning of the game. Or I guess we could go back to the other side of Sinnoh to beat up the 3rd admin of Team Bullcut and come to the haunting conclusion that literally every single important Galactic member has a fucking Golbat. A Pokemon that resists Grass types move 4 times over, is incredibly fast, and repeatedly confuses you before slicing you with air. I am so glad that I had Double Team. We spam that, slap on X Defend, and start wailing on his Pokemon. Saturn may have gone down, but now we have to head back home to Lake Verity and deal with Commander Mars. But it's the same old song and dance, sending Golbat to sleep, seeding it, and we go Ultra Instinct on this bitch. First goes Golbat, then Bronzor, and finally that bitch Perugly that gave us so much trouble early on. Now, theoretically, we should go up to Lake Aquity to stop the 3rd admin. But unfortunately, the path is blocked by horrible game design, so we have to challenge the 7th gym leader to get the ability to climb rocks. The ice gym looks daunting, but fortunately for us, ice only resists ice. So her team is literally a cakewalk. Double team, X items, Seed Bomb. Oh look, she tried to copy our evasive strats. How adorable. Now that we have both the Icicle badge and the legal requirements to climb rocks, we could enter Lake Aquity just in time to stop. It looks like Nolan has failed. Good fucking job, Nolan. You had one job! After chastising Nolan for approximately 8.5 hours, we take a pit stop over at Galactic HQ to witness what I could only assume is an unfavorable rally of sorts, and proceed to challenge Cyrus once again. This battle wasn't nearly as difficult as the battle at Celestic Town, since we have the God-given strats on our side, but it wasn't easy either. Since Double Team only raises your evasiveness by 1 stage, it takes 6 turns to get to somewhat safe ground. With 100% base accuracy moves, it's still a 33% chance of hitting Sunkern, so if Sneasel wakes up and hits a single Ice Punch, I am gone. Fortunately though, we have RNGesus on our side, and it only takes me a few attempts to get the perfect run. Commander Saturn is protecting the Mew ripoffs, and this battle is basically a formality at this point. I just destroyed your boss, dude. What do you think is about to happen? Anyways, I'm informed that I need to head to the top of Mount Coronet to stop Cyrus's master plan, or whatever. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But before I could do any of that, I have to go battle against both Mars and Jupiter at the same time. But I'm not alone. Guess who comes running? Fucking Nolan. But it's not for my ass this time. He's actually going to help. Alright, I know how much of a b*** this team could be. I have the evasion strats, and together, there is no way we could lose. I send out Sunkern, he sends out... Dude! Are you kidding me? There's 2 Bronzors right fucking there. I could see them. You can touch them. You can taste them. Use your fucking Inferno! With a very helpful conversation with Nolan, we managed to sort out our differences and get past the 2 Galactic admins. Now it's on to the main man himself, Cyrus. Slowly, I walk up to him as he calls forth the legendary Pokemon of time and space. He gives me a grand spiel about the universe and existence. I wake up in a strange land. Darkness eclipses everything. And I am baffled with the sight of upside-down waterfalls, Cynthia walking on the walls, and the cry of a great beast. I am visited by the Lake Trio as they guide me to push boulders, find invisible pathways, and eventually reach Cyrus. He talks about how this world is opposite to our own, how our world is imperfect, how he is searching for Giratina. We walk up to Cyrus and challenge him, one final time. And his team is somehow even worse than before! 3 flying types, a fire type, an ice type, and each one of them has something to fuck me up. Even with the sleep and double team on my side, there's an extra bit of random chance that I need in order to get past this battle. Grass Whistle, Leech Seed, Double Team, Heal, Grass Whistle, Double Team, X Item. It's slow. It's time consuming. But eventually, we will defeat him. Houndoom goes down to Leech Seed, Crobat 2. Honchkrow takes a direct hit from a +5 attack Seed Bomb. Both Weavile and Gyarados take neutral damage, so they both go down in a single hit from Seed Bomb. And just like that, it's over. Cyrus, move out of the way. I'm gonna kick Giratina's ass. And that's exactly what I do. I slap the shit out of him. Get the fuck out of here. Sunkern's OP, baby! After saving the world, a 10-year-old could use a vacation or something. Time to hit the beach, I guess. We ride to Sunny Shore City and take a relaxing saunter through the electric-type gym. Sunkern, in its godly status, resists electric Pokemon, so I head straight for the leader and smack him upside the head. Boom, 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 boom. Down goes the depressed loser. I guess that's it. I have all 8 gym badges. Victory Road is nothing but a cakewalk, so that leads me here, the Pokemon League. Sunkern has been raised to level 100. We have our moveset, X items for days, a bountiful harvest, and enough full restores to put Nurse Joy out of business. We're ready. I take a step forward, and oh goddammit, Nolan. Every fucking time. We have one final battle with fucking Nolan before the Elite Four, I guess. And he has a full team. His Munchlax has evolved into Snorlax, and his Floatzel has Ice Fang. So 5 out of his 6 Mons have some way to fuck with me. 3 of them have Aerial Ace. I really should have made him choose Turtwig instead. So, instead of starting out with the double team strat, I try putting Staraptor to sleep and just try to max out my defense. And I also pray that he does not get a single crit. I have to risk getting my attack up too, otherwise I'm just leaving myself wide open for more attacks from Heracross and Infernape. Staraptor does go down, and is followed by Heracross. Again, I can't double team, so I just have to power through. The same thing goes for Infernape. Finally, Roserade comes out, and I'm setting up double teams, but it manages to hit its own Grass Whistle, allowing it to Shadow Ball me, and lowering my special defense, making me panic to no end. As soon as I wake up and finish it off, Floatzel and Snorlax are both one-shot from a +6 Seed Bomb. Now, it's time for the Elite Four. First up is Aaron, the Bug-type user. He sends out Yanmega, and first order of business is putting that thing to sleep. I don't want to risk either Bug Buzz or Air Slash. U-turn I could probably handle, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Grass Whistle thankfully lands, and I start spamming X Special Defense on Sunkern. Once I know I could tank a hit, I start building up the double teams, but unfortunately for me, it wakes up and starts double teaming itself. I take this time to try and land a Leech Seed, and after a few turns, it does land, which forces it to use U-turn, switching into Vespiquen. Here, I continue to spam my defenses, and it does the same. It doesn't matter though, since I can now double team, raise my attack, and Leech Seed it. Once I'm sorted, I can start throwing Seed Bombs at my problems until they go away. A long and tedious battle, but with maxed out stats, I can slowly whittle down each one of his Pokemon until we nab the victory. Let's go! Next is Bertha, the ground-type member. Her first Pokemon is a Whiscash, which has no super effective attacks and is 4 times weak to Grass. A perfect Pokemon to set up against. I start out with my X items, followed by Double Team, and then I Leech Seed and Seed Bomb my way to victory. One shot after one shot. I definitely needed this before the next member. Alright, we're halfway through the E4, boys.
Yeah, good luck with this one. Flint!
Oh, the flame guy? Yeah, a little bit.
Flint, the fire one. He's gonna be my toughest challenge yet. His Houndoom is so monstrous that even with a fire-reducing berry, his flamethrower does...
Oh no.
Not only that, but Houndoom also has the early bird ability, meaning that instead of having a maximum of 6 possible turns of being asleep, it only sleeps for 0 to 3 turns. Oh, but that's not the worst of it. At no point have I mentioned Sunkern's ability. It has solar power, which boosts Sunkern's special attack with sunny weather, in exchange for taking damage each turn. And Houndoom has Sunny Day. This Houndoom alone was agonizingly painful to fight. The winning strategy seems to be setting up 6 times special defense first, praying that it doesn't crit. Then spam evasion. Once I'm +6 in both, I could Leech Seed it to apply pressure and bait him into using his full restores. While it's taking damage, I set up my physical defense, heal, then my attack stat. You may think that this amount of setup is overkill, but I absolutely need this to guarantee the victory. This battle is so RNG dependent that it's crazy. Houndoom goes down to the Leech Seed, and now I sweep with the Seed Bombs. First goes Flareon, next is Rapidash, then Magmortar, and finally Infernape. This was actually so hype! When I eventually won, I broke my audio equipment. Let's go! My audio broke. Hello? I can't hear anything. I think I broke my headset. I freaked out too much. If that doesn't deserve a subscribe, I actually do not know what does. After that battle, Lucian is such a cakewalk that it's laughable. Psychic types? Pfft, who gives a shit about psychic types when you got the God Seed with you? Double Team, X Special Defend, X Attacks, then we destroy. Here we are, the final challenge. The strongest champion. She leads with her Spiritomb and spams Silverwind. I'm fortunate enough that none of those gave her any stat boosts, giving me enough time to fill Sunkern up with extra items and double teams. Once we are there, it's game over. Seed Bomb destroys Spiritomb. Togekiss tries to get any damage off with Shockwave, but to no avail. And with 2 simple Seed Bombs, bye-bye Togekiss. Roserade comes out planning to use Toxic, but the low accuracy plus my evasion boosts means that it's not getting anywhere with that. So it fails, like everything else. My Milotic and Lucario are both easily swept, and now I am faced with the Garchomp. Nuzlocke and other challenge runs have ended with just how much of a beast this Garchomp is. But it stands no chance against the God amongst men, an Ultra Instinct superpowered Sunkern. Go Sunkern! Giga Drill Breaker! Why did I do this challenge? For fame? Glory? Or am I just a masochist? No, I did it to prove a point. That you are strong enough for any challenge. If this pitiful little baby is capable of becoming the face of the Sinnoh League through sheer willpower, then you could do anything too. As long as you have the ability to avoid your problems and inhale copious amounts of drugs. Good night, everybody.